Hi there, my name is Tony Hayes, and I've got a short presentation for you today all about video SEO in 2014. Now you can see here I've put in YouTube SEO in 2014 because it really is the major player as far as being able to do video ranking very fast, and we're going to cover some of those elements in just a few minutes. So welcome and thank you for watching the video. I'm glad that you're landed here via an affiliate link from somebody who recommended you come over here to see this, or perhaps you found us in the search engines. Either way, I've got some good information for you, and if you stay to the end of this video, what you're going to learn is the 5 main elements of video SEO for 2014, and you're going to learn about the 4 recent critical factors in recent times for video SEO. And I'm going to tell you how to get a hold of 5 free video SEO tools to help you automate some of these factors, okay? So let's just jump straight into it, and we can cover first the 4 recent critical factors in video SEO, in my opinion. First of all, we had the one channel layout, and when the one channel layout came in, it changed the whole design of YouTube. And what the one channel layout really meant was it was integrating more with the Google Plus system, okay? And with that integration, Google had some plans in mind, and that came about as well via the new commenting system inside YouTube, where if you leave a comment now in YouTube, it will show in your Google Plus account, and same for anybody else who leaves a comment there. Now, if somebody likes a video in Google Plus, it counts as a like in YouTube, okay? And if somebody likes a video in YouTube, it counts as a +1 in Google Plus. And these are really interesting things to have come about, because a recent study by Moz and Search Engine Land showed that one of the sort of correlation factors and across the board for top ranking sites that they had done a case study on was the Google Plus social signals, okay? So what this integration means for us is that our SEO, if taking advantage of Google Plus, can have a major factor in ranking and traffic. Okay, it's very important that we can recognize that as a major opportunity for us to be able to both automate what we can do for SEO with video and take advantage of those new changes so that we can get our message out to more people via the ranking power of those social signals, and also the ranking and also the traffic power of Google Plus as well. Okay. The next major feature and the next major update, in my mind anyway, was the multi-channel feature. And what that meant was, with one Google account, we can now do 50 YouTube channels. This is major. This is absolutely major. And, you know, before that, what we were doing was creating a bunch of Google accounts, and every single one had to have just one channel, and it became really hard to manage. Okay, you know, I've got something like 96 Google accounts because I was doing so many different YouTube channels, and it was what I was doing at that time. And when we had a software suite out at that time called Tube SEO Commando, was we were creating similar to blog networks, but with YouTube channels, and it became really hard to manage. And so I created a software tool around that, which is still a very good tool today, but it's been made even more powerful along with the rest of my automation tools because of the multi-channel feature. It just makes things so much easier, because we don't really need the proxies so much anymore, because it would be unusual to have, you know, 5 or 10 YouTube channels from one Google account using different proxies. Okay, so it's taken away that need and that expense as well, but we have to use it wisely. We have to use it sensibly, and that's one of the things that I like to inbuilt into my tools, where I create an automation of my strategies to make it push button simple. Okay, now the other major recent factor, by far probably the biggest one, is the Hangouts in there, ability to do Hangouts in there, which are like doing live webinars, live events, okay, without the expense of using GoToWebinar. Now, these have advantages because they can rank very quickly. They have advantages because you can have an instant audience, because if you're using Google Plus as a social platform, then you have the ability to create circles, and those people within your circles can reshare those particular events before they happen, during when they're happening, and after as well. Okay, and plus if they're doing things like the plus ones, you're getting the social signals, which will help you to rank the Hangout. Now, the Hangouts are renowned for being able to rank far easier than websites, far easier than YouTube videos as well. And they become YouTube videos after the live event is over. YouTube will be, Google Plus will integrate that into YouTube, and then it then becomes a YouTube video, which then becomes just so much easier to rank. Okay, but there are some things that we need to do while we're ranking, and what that we need to take into account, because although right now some of these elements are sort of inbuilt, if you like, because of the advantages of using Google Plus, we still have to take into account the 5 critical elements, in my opinion, for ranking any videos in 2014. And plus, we must also realize that we have competitors, and they are aware of these things as well. Okay, so how do we get ahead of the competitors? How do we stay ahead of the crowd? How do we keep the rankings that we get once we have the rankings? Here are some tips from the 5 biggest ranking factors that I have identified for you. Okay, first of all, views and retention. Now, what that means is it's not the number of views, it's for how long people watch the video. Okay, if people are watching the video for 5 minutes and it's a 15 or 20-minute video, then you're only getting about 25% of people watching to the end, or 25% of the video watched. Okay, and if you've got a 30-minute hangout video where you're doing some kind of educational thing, where you're giving some information and people stay to the end, this gets counted as a higher retention rate. Okay, and these are the ranking factors that people that Google are looking for. Okay, now I know that people are buying views, and one of the major things that YouTube are looking at, as far as that is concerned, is their reputation. They do not like their reputation for their advertising system being manipulated by false views. They like to be able to say to people, to their advertisers, if they're getting 1 billion views a day, that these are real, genuine views, because otherwise it spoils the integrity of their platform as an advertising platform. I hope that makes sense, because it's a very, very, very important point. Okay. The second thing is social shares. Okay, so we can go back over to the Google Plus example, but there are other social shares as well. Now, I did mention before that there was a recent case study done by Moz in Search Engine Land, and they also identified Twitter and Facebook as being very, very high up with the amount of social shares being done. Okay, so taking into account social shares gives you some social proof. It shows that that your content is appreciated and valued, and that way Google can use that as a signal in its ranking algorithm. Okay, the next thing is the YouTube interactivity, and that kind of crosses over as well with the comment system for Google Plus. Okay, now YouTube interactivity can be things like comments. It can be things where your subscribers are watching your videos, because when you upload a new video, if you've got subscribers, then that video link is shared on their channel homepage. Okay, when they log into YouTube, they will see links to what's been happening for the people that they have subscribed to, and other events that YouTube thinks is relevant to their actual channel. Okay, so the interactivity in YouTube is kind of important, because we're looking for things like likes, we're looking for people favoriting videos, we are looking for people leaving comments, we are looking for people who have who are clicking on links within the subscriber notifications that YouTube provides, and we're looking for just general interactivity, maybe with channel comments and things like that as well. Okay, now I will go into that in much more detail in another video for the YouTube interactivity, as I do with all of these points, which are free content available quite freely on one of the fan pages that I run on Facebook, and all my webinars are there. Okay, so you can go over there and have a look at those anytime you like, and we cover all of these in detail. The next major factor is quality backlinks. Okay, now backlinks are not dead. Really, they are not dead. There was two major changes in SEO as far as sort of generic SEO for websites. You can do more with YouTube and get away with more with YouTube at the moment, but it's not always going to be like that. What's happened in the last sort of 2 or 3 years with the Panda updates, the Penguin updates, the Hummingbird, whatever they want to call the next one as well. Whatever's happened there will start to affect video SEO as well, as far as YouTube too. Okay, so we have to take that into consideration if you are planning campaigns for yourself or for your clients, because you don't really want to build your business on something that can be very, very shaky, and with one algorithm change you lose your business, or you lose the majority of your rankings and your traffic, which will affect your business very, very badly. Okay, so quality backlinks are essential, and there's ways that we can do this automated. There's ways that we can do this to get quality backlinks from relevant places, especially inside YouTube as well, not just outside YouTube, but inside YouTube as well. And I've got some tools that will help you to do that as well, which I'm going to tell you about in just a couple of minutes. Okay, and the fifth major factor is the sort of on-page optimization, and I'm talking about titles and tags and description and annotations as well. And there's a thing called closed captions, which can make a big difference as well if you can get your videos narrated to get the text from that narration. Okay, and that way you can add that in there, and it does help with your rankings. So those are the major things that I wanted to cover today. Now what I want to explain to you is how to get those 5 free SEO tools, but I'll tell you first of all what they are. If you head over to a site called commandotubetools.com, I'm just going to fire it up here. Okay guys, so we're over here at commandotubetools.com. You don't have to register here, you can just go straight over to the site commandotubetools.com, and inside the site you're going to find 5 free SEO tools. Now these are tools that I have created, okay, and these are not some PLR kind of thing, private label rights or anything like that. These are tools I actually created, and some of these tools are part of my software suites as well, so they are very, very important tools as far as I'm concerned. Typically what I do is whenever we do a new product launch, what happens is I will give away one of the tools. Okay, but this time I thought I would do something a little bit different, and I will take one of the tools as well from my Hangout Traffic Commando suite, which we're going to launch this week, and add it in here too. Okay, but I want to give people access to all the previous tools that we have done. Okay, so what you can find up here at the top, you can see some tabs up here. You can find a Google Plus RSS feed tool. This is for your Google Plus profile. Google Plus does not give you an RSS feed, but this tool will create one for you. Okay, and that can be very, very useful because you can syndicate some of the major content of your shared links and things like that. You can even just set up a completely new Google Plus account just for sharing links, and it's very, very good for building relevancy and also for syndicating your own content. Okay, next we've got the YouTube RSS feed tool, and here you can create RSS feed URLs for 4 different types of YouTube RSS feeds. First is the playlist, second is for your videos, third is for your channel RSS feed, and fourth is for your favorites RSS feed. Now I've got videos on this site that explain how to use those effectively as an SEO strategy, individually and together. Okay, so there's some good training in here as well. Okay, next we have another one called the YouTube embed code commando, and basically what that does is, instead of just embedding a plain old YouTube video into your website, this will add some social elements to it, so you can encourage people to share it, and also it has an option there for people to subscribe to your YouTube channel as well, and a couple of other useful elements in there. So it takes that plain old embed code and makes it a little bit better for marketing and for SEO. Okay. Now you also get access to all of my webinars, which you can find through clicking on this link here. And you can see my previous products and products I've got coming up. And here in the recommended, you will find products that I recommend from other people, but I don't do a lot of promotions these days for other people. I'm very, very choosy now, so you can be guaranteed anything in here is worthwhile, and I think it's good for my business and yours. Okay, and I think it's a great value offer. There's no pressure to buy anything here. Only here and here would there be anything to buy, but it's entirely up to you whether you click on those or never click on those. It's entirely up to you. Now we started another thing called a viral video sharing site, and I will be promoting that quite heavily over the next sort of 2 or 3 months to get more people to add the videos in there. And what we do is we approve the videos, and what happens is to get people to add a video, they have to share other people's videos to be able to add it on. Okay, so it's quite a good concept. It hasn't really been promoted properly yet, but you're welcome to use it, and we will manually approve those, and we will put some major promotion into that over the next sort of 2 or 3 months, as I mentioned before. Okay, there's another 2 tools as well. These are desktop tools. Let me just scroll down a bit and I can explain to you a little bit more about what they are. Okay, first of all, we have a YouTube social media poster. And what it does is you can put it inside your channel name and click on the load videos button here, and what it will do is it will give you a list of the last 25 videos you uploaded to YouTube. Okay, and if you click the load more results here, it will bring in the next 25 and so on and so forth. Okay, until you've got all of your videos in there. I suggest what you do with this is you checkbox maybe 2, 3, 4 or 5 and not more than that. And what you can do is if you fill in your settings here, you can put in details for Pinterest, for StumbleUpon, for Blogger, and for Reddit. And if you fill in the settings properly for Blogger and with Pinterest, you can have anything posted to them auto syndicated over to Google Plus and to Facebook as well. Okay, so you can syndicate your content in one click. You just need to click the Start Social Posting button, and it will post your content in one click to all of those platforms. Okay. And that's a very, very useful little tool. Very, very good for social syndication. Okay. And next we have something called the YouTube SEO Playlist Commando. This is a very, very unique strategy. It was actually created by a colleague of mine called Mark Olson, and it just plain works. And so what we did is we automated it. Okay. Mark came up with a great strategy that he had discovered that was getting high rankings for his daughter for major keywords about a specific entertainer, and she was ranking at the top of YouTube and Google for major keywords with a lot of search volume. And the strategy he had done was to create playlists with her video on the top of the playlist and the top search results from YouTube in the same playlist but underneath her video. Okay, and what happened then is when it started to rank, his video thumbnail would show first in the search engines. Okay, now playlists do rank very well in the search engines, and if you're using this tool, I've got some strategies built in here that automates all of that, and you can create playlists in just seconds. Okay, you can create multiple playlists in seconds as well. All you have to do is add a username and password for your YouTube channel, put in the URL of the video you want to be at the top of the playlist, choose a keyword that you're targeting, choose a playlist name. It's good to be able to put in a compelling headline in here because we want to force the click through. Choose how many of the top ranked videos on YouTube you want to be underneath your video, and put in a playlist description here where you have about 5,000 characters. And if you do your optimization well in here, you will be able to rank for multiple keywords just by having a very good description in here. Okay, so that's actually six video SEO tools that we have created for you, and plus I'm going to be adding one more from the Hangout Traffic Commando Suite. So all you have to do is come over here, and when the one from the Hangout Traffic Commando Suite is ready, we will put it in here. Okay, I'm probably going to reformat this page to make it easier to see and to understand, and to just download what you need, and you can use all of these freely and download the other tools as well, the desktop tools. Okay, so thanks for your time, and if you come back tomorrow, what you're going to find on this page that I'm just creating now. I'm creating the video for here. This is the video that I'm recording now. Tomorrow, you're going to learn about automation, the shortcut to success. Okay, so those 5 tools I've given you are an indication of what's to come. But we got some stunning stuff that I want to share with you, and I want to open your mind.